We are.
Hello, hello, it is I, Jeremy, and make my day. No, it's welcome, it's Monday night, and that means it must be time for...
Let's talk about.
But tonight, we're talking about love and romance, so I'm going to be speaking in this very sexy French voice. You can call me Pierre, or something else. What would you like to call me? Louis. Louis de la Wapa. No.
What is the skunk's name?
Oh, yeah.
Pepe
Le Pew. You can call me Pepe.
Yeah.
So every Monday night, we don't dress like this, but we're here talking about something important.
Love and romance.
And it is. Tonight we're talking about love, romance, and the whole darn thing because it's Valentine's Day on Sunday. So...
Friday.
What?
It's on Friday.
Okay, I knew that. Alrighty, let's roll the music.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day? Let us know. We need some good ideas.
I thought you were asking me what I was doing for Valentine's Day. And we've got the
The
kids.
girls. We're having romantic candlelit dinner with the girls.
With the girls.
Yeah.
Here we go. Uh-oh, one battery. Here we go. Let's talk about love and romance. All the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about
Love and romance.
Love and romance. Love and romance.
With oils.
Love and romance. Yeah, okay. Thank you, salt and pepper.
So I guess the thing about using essential oils to elicit romance and feelings of love has been around for centuries, okay?
Yep.
So obviously even Queen Cleopatra, who was around...
I knew you were going to go for Cleopatra.
Well, she wooed Mark Antony.
With hippopotamus fat.
No,
Damn
not with
sexy.
the hippopotamus fat. But she did used to put hippopotamus fat on her head and mix in essential... Well, basically they were plant botanicals back then because they couldn't actually steam distill the essential
But
oils.
crush them.
They would crush up the rose petals and the frankincense resin and all of that kind of stuff and mix it in and use it as scents. And, you know, obviously you'd be walking through the desert and you wouldn't be able to shower all the time. So they used to use plant botanicals to make them smell nice.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Cleopatra is renowned for actually having carpet full of rose petals in her castle or whatever she lived in.
A pyramid.
I don't think she lived in a pyramid. They only buried people in a pyramid.
True.
And so she wooed Mark Antony by doing that. And she even got them to make rose water. So they crushed up the rose petals and put it in water. And then she would have the sails of her ship actually sprayed and dipped in rose water.
Really?
So that when she sailed down the Nile, Mark Antony could actually smell her coming before she actually got there.
Wow.
So my first...
I've met a few people who I've been able to smell before they arrived, but not
rose.
No, they didn't smell rose.
So my first oil tonight that we're talking about is rose oil.
Yay.
And at the moment you can actually grab it for 15% off. What an absolute bargain, okay? So you can't normally use your Essential Rewards points to claim for rose. So this is a super good special if you are wanting to buy rose. Maybe you could ask someone to give it to you as a Valentine's Day present. Wouldn't that make a nice Valentine's Day present?
That would. Rose is a beautiful, beautiful essential.
This rose is so concentrated. Often when people smell it for the first time, they're like, oh, I don't really like that. But once they actually take a drop and put it in some jojoba or something like that, they realise how amazing it actually smells.
Yep.
So that's the first one.
Love it.
The second oil I've chosen tonight is actually jasmine. So jasmine has been used by many cultures around the world, particularly in Asia, as, you know, a scent of love and romance and for attracting a mate. It's one of those scents that, you know, like it reminds me of summer, that warm floral smell when, you know, on sunset. The thing about that often I tell people that sets Young Living apart from other essential oil companies is when it comes to an oil like jasmine, jasmine is a very expensive oil to produce because when you try and steam distill the flowers from the jasmine plant, the flowers don't release their oil in a very easy way, and so it becomes quite cost prohibitive. So it's actually one of the only absolutes that Young Living sells. So our rose is steam distilled, which is very rare because a lot of roses are actually absolutes from other companies, or they're 3% dilution, which means that for every 100 drops you're actually getting 3 drops of rose oil and 97 drops of jojoba or something like that, whereas that rose oil is all pure rose essential oil that's been steam distilled. The jasmine oil, they use a chemical solvent to actually extract the essential oil from the flowers, and that's why it's called an absolute. It goes through a process of getting rid of the chemical solvent and things like that before they put it in the bottle. But there's only 3 absolutes that Young Living sells, and jasmine is one. Onycha is another, which comes in the ancient oils of scripture, and the third one is actually neroli. So they're the only 3 that Young Living sells. The rest are steam distilled or cold pressed.
But still
pressed.
Pure.
Yes, yeah. So all that's in the jasmine oil, once again, it's not a 3% dilution like some other companies sell. It hasn't been diluted with a carrier oil like jojoba or anything like that. And the other thing I was going to say that sets Young Living apart from other companies is that they actually pick the flowers when the flowers, when the aroma and the scent of the oil is actually at their highest. So the jasmine flowers are picked, on sunset, and so that makes it more, expensive. But it's when the oil is at its best. Okay.
So just on that, because Young Living, they really, Gary Young really worked out the absolute peak times. I know with some of the oil, like the tree oils from Highland Flats, they're harvesting them in the middle of winter, because that's the peak time for fascinating. Okay.
And same with the next oil, which is ylang ylang. So with ylang ylang, they actually get up super early in the morning because the oil is concentrated and at its highest first thing in the morning.
Bless you.
Sorry. I think I took too big a sniff of that jasmine. So ylang ylang. Ylang ylang means flower of the flowers. That's why, it's like wagga wagga. It was good enough.
What does wagga wagga mean?
I don't know, but
it's not flower of the flowers.
No, but they gave the name twice, is what I mean. So
it's good enough to say once. It's good enough to say twice.
So they used to put ylang ylang flowers on the marital bed to heighten certain activities. I have to be careful what I say, because Jeremy's students sometimes watch these videos.
Yep. Ylang ylang is beautiful. So we had the pleasure of actually visiting and watching ylang ylang being farmed and harvested, and it was pretty
distilled,
cool.
In South America.
Yeah.
All right, so they're the first 3 oils.
Wow.
The next one I've chosen is Sensation. So some of you today commented on my post, and you actually said that Sensation really gets you going and puts you in the mood and makes you more loving, and we got some great comments about Sensation. And I certainly know from running workshops with some of you that you report the same thing, that Sensation is sensational.
So what is it about Sensation? What's the combination? Do you know what it's in?
So it's got some of the oils that we just talked about.
Obviously, yeah.
I'll read you the list.
Here we go.
Should have given me the what do you call it? The catalogue.
Sorry, put her on the spot.
That's okay. So it has.
It's got quite a collection.
Just have to read yes. So it's got coriander, which some people, they don't like coriander, but they love Sensation. Coriander, ylang ylang, which we just talked about, bergamot, jasmine, and geranium.
Okay, interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, that's Sensation. And then I actually chose 2 of the Sensation products, okay? So if you are getting ready for a big romantic night out this Friday night for Valentine's Day, you want to make sure that you pop this one in your shower, which is the Sensation Bath and Shower Gel. Now, if you don't have the Sensation Bath and Shower Gel, you can actually make your own with the Bath and Shower Gel, like the plain one, and you can just add the Sensation oil to it. I often have this one because some days I feel like adding sensation to it. Other days it's peace and calming. Sometimes it's lemongrass and peppermint, whatever. So you can mix up your own versions. Or you can just invest in the sensation bath and shower gel. And I know some of you dilute this to make it go a lot further. You can even put a pump pack on the top of it. I take the pump packs from the massage oil. You'll notice I don't have the pump pack on that. And I put it on the bath and shower gel and also on my shampoo and pop it in the shower. And then I've got the sensation massage oil. So, if you want to give your partner a really luxurious, nice massage this Friday for Valentine's Day, then you should try out the ours doesn't even have the name on it anymore. You can just see the S and the E, although it's probably backwards on the screen. But anyway, and that's got that beautiful sensation smell. Or once again, you can use the V6 oil and add a few drops of the sensation oil to it. So that's me. If you want to have a lovely romantic Valentine's Day, even by yourself, you can, although that sounds really bad. I don't mean it that way. I mean like if you don't have a significant other, but you like to give yourself a treat, and, adding some sensation bath and shower gel to your bath, giving yourself a nice massage, it makes your skin feel yummy.
It does. And this is just like the good old days when we did Kim's top five. So
your top one?
My top one, as always, Shutran. For the fellas, it was the scent that was created by Gary Young for men, for women, if that makes sense. So
it's the love potion to attract women.
It is the love potion. So I have to be very careful wearing this out and about.
Yeah.
It's like being a rock star, really.
Yeah.
Seriously, get away. But it is fantastic, and again, great gift for blokes. They love this stuff. It smells really good. It's got a manly kind of powerful scent. Makes you feel awesome when you're wearing it. Lots of tree oils and all kinds of cool stuff in here, and the women
love it.
They do. So there you go.
Love potion for women. It actually attracts women. Gary made it for the women rather than for the men. So.
But it makes you feel good wearing it. So there you go.
If you have other suggestions about love oils that we didn't mention tonight, or any of the ones that we did mention that you have tried out and you want to tell us a little bit about it, we want to hear your stories in the comments below.
Engine oil.
Engine oil. You've tried engine oil?
Well, the trick is if you've got engine oil on your hands, wash it off first.
Thank you for that tip, Jeremy. Anyway, on that note, we will see you all next week for another Let's Talk About.
And happy Valentine's Day. We love you. We think you're awesome. We think you're amazing. We love you. You can just hit the button now.
Bye, guys.
Happy